You're live. I'm live.
Okay, so I think let me try to figure out how to find you.
Yeah, I should be, oh gosh. We'll see if anybody finds me, but I don't know why.
I just found you. It just notified me. Let me try to get the link.
All right, so so Heather found me. Excellent. At least I can get on live, but and there's 5 people on. So hi everybody, we're live. We've had technical difficulties, but we're live. We're here.
All right, I'm gonna hang up the phone so I don't hear it.
Hi everybody. So this is my very first live event. The people that are watching later, I guess you would never guess that. So somehow the scheduled event did not work, so I had to redo this whole thing. So I see people are starting to find me. That's awesome. So I have 8 people on, and hi. So as you guys are coming on. Oh my gosh, I need to calm down. As you guys are coming on, let me know who you are and where you're logging in from. There he is. Hi, Dana. Okay, so people are fine. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, believe it or not, I've been on the computer for an hour just trying to find some tutorials on how to do this, and nobody had one. So anyways, so more people are coming on. Hi Scott, and hi Joanne from New Jersey. Thanks for coming in. So we're just beginning. So I'm going to actually start to talk a little bit, just also for the benefit of the people who are going to be watching this later. So anyways, thank you for finding me, and I'm not sure. Again, I'm not exactly sure what happened before, but we're still going to make this good. Hi, Dana from Bronx. Hi, Ashley, and somebody from Florida. So that's good. So I know we had a lot of people on the old events, so hopefully they're going to find me. I don't know. Yeah, this might wind up being a smaller party than I anticipated. So in any event, the good news is that my channel is launched, the Medium channel, and what I'm aiming to do here is actually provide some really good content for people who are mediums or studying mediumship or psychic development, or who are healers, or just spiritual people in general. And the aim of this channel is really to build community and to really get a sense of community of like-minded people, and people that are here to grow and develop. We're in a really big change in everything right now. It's a big change in our earth. So we're elevating, we're all ascending. So there's a lot more spiritual information that's coming in, a lot more spiritual information out there. So slowly people are coming on. Yeah, and somebody's saying to blame it on the eclipse. Yeah. So hi, Stephanie from Colorado. Thank you. All right. So as I keep going, I guess more and more people will start to come in and start to interact. So firstly, again, thank you. All right. I'm going to have a little water as people are finding me and coming in. And I'm just hoping that more people find me. So I've been on for about 5 minutes or so already. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to telepathically tell people where to find me then. So anyway, we are live. welcome to live YouTube, where anything can happen, and apparently everything is happening. So yeah, let's raise the vibration. I'm just gonna take a couple of deep breaths myself to just try to tune in a little bit. And I'm gonna maybe just go right into the mediumship part. All right, so now people are starting to find me. Great. So welcome everybody. So if you're coming in, say hello. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching from, and the chat is what I'm going to be looking at as I'm getting information from the spirit world, because this is very bare bones today. As I move forward in my YouTube experience, I'm going to get more sophisticated with the technology. But basically what we have here is just my laptop and nothing else. So I'm going to eventually, or maybe sooner than later, add some streaming software, add some better cameras, because I can see the pictures a little bit grainy on my Mac. So good. So we're getting there. So we have 22 people, and I think people are going to really start to slowly find me. I think is what's going to happen. So this is a party. Let's celebrate. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, and including myself. And my son is turning 21 on Wednesday, so that's really exciting. So I'm going to get to see him very, very soon. So happy Father's Day, everybody. And what I'm going to be doing with the Medium channel, firstly, is providing educational content for people that are interested in spiritual growth, spirit communication, psychic development, and stuff like that. I'm going to do live mediumship events probably every roughly 6 weeks or so, right around the Celtic Sabbath. So today, or actually yesterday, was Litha, or the summer solstice. So the next one's right around August 1st. So that's Midsummer's Day, and then the spring equinox, and then Samhain, and then so forth and so on. And for those of you that are on, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you hit the bell, there's a little bell somewhere, when you subscribe, that's going to give you the notifications when I do live events. And I'm also going to, from time to time, do meditations on YouTube as well. I may not necessarily announce those, so it's good to get the notifications. And every Thursday, that's when I upload new content and new videos. So that's basically the Medium channel. Basically, our mission here is to build conscious community and to do our part to make a difference, because the world is changing, the world is growing, the world is evolving. There's a lot of strife, there's a lot of stuff going on, but the energies are raising, the vibrations and the frequencies are raising, and more people are waking up. This is the Great Awakening. So I decided to start, or I should say Spirit decided to start this channel, because I was doing my ceremony on New Year's Eve, and then Spirit came through and told me to start a YouTube channel, and I knew nothing about YouTube and nothing about being on camera and all this stuff. So 5.5 months later, it's now a reality. So again, I thank everybody for being here, and this is only going to get better and better. So in the I Ching, there's I think it's the third hexagram. I forgot what it's called, but the meaning is difficulty in the beginning. So we're having a little bit of difficulty in the beginning, and Mercury's retrograde, Venus is retrograde. 2 of the outer planets are also retrograde, or actually 3 of the outer planets are also retrograde. And we just had a solar eclipse this morning, but we're all here, and that's great. So thank you. So that's basically my mission, and let's have a party, let's celebrate. And I'm going to invite in the spirit world. So as I start to do messages, which I'm going to do in just a moment, the way I'm going to do this, the way I believe this is going to work best for everybody, because now we're over 40 people. So people are definitely finding me now, which is great. So before I even start, I wanted to mention I do trainings on Monday nights. So if you guys are interested, they're only $11, and tomorrow's the Archangel plan. So I'm going to actually teach you how to link in with 7 different of the Archangel energies that are working with us in our spiritual growth and our evolution and ascension. So that's tomorrow night. Information's on my website, atombetweentheworlds.com. So, I wanted to get that out of the way. And like I said before, please like this and subscribe. Once this is done, the live chat is going to disappear, but you're free to comment afterwards. And it's actually the liking, the commenting, and staying on the videos that tells the YouTube algorithms that this is content we're sharing. So my mission is to inspire at least 1 million people by the end of 2020 through this channel. So if you'd like to help with that, watch my videos all the way through, subscribe, like, comment on the videos, and it'll happen. And I know Spirit is with us. So without further ado, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to tune into the spirit world. I'm going to really try to work with the energy as they come through and try to bring in a bunch of evidence before I even try to figure out who I'm with. I'm not sure how long the delay is on YouTube. This is all new to me. Like when I did this on Facebook, there's about an 11-second delay. So I don't know if that's the case, but we'll find out. And as the recipients, if you can take at least most, if not all of what I'm saying, I'm going to try to at least bring 4 or 5 bits of evidence through before I even figure out who I'm going to. Give me a comment and let me know that you're that you understand. And I'm not obviously going to be able to get to everybody. We're up to 44 people, so obviously I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. But Spirit uses what I call economy of motion. Like, in other words, like I may get some information and I may be talking to one person, but 2 or 3 other people may recognize a lot of what I'm saying. And if that's the case, take the message, because in large groups, spirits do piggyback or they conglomerate. So, a good example is I might get the name Melissa, and the lady that had, problems with her head and had a funny gait or whatever. And I may find who I'm with, but there may be 2 or 3 other Melissas that jump in and give messages also. So even if I don't get directly to you, if something resonates with you, take the message. And really the goal of the Medium channel is to allow you to teach you how to connect with your own spirits, whether it's your spirit guides, your angels, your the great spirit or God, or your loved ones on the other side. So this is really what this is about. As a medium, I'm hoping that I can kind of bridge the gap and start the ball rolling, and that you'll continue to talk to your loved ones. So when you pray and you talk to your loved ones, they tend to come through more easily, even when you see a medium, than otherwise. So people that pray and talk to their loved ones regularly have a better chance of getting messages, especially when you go to the large groups and stuff like that. I mean, there's no guarantees, and whoever's going to come through will come through anyway. But that's a tendency. So I just wanted to put that out there also. And what else? I will get names, initials, dates, conditions in the body, appearances, all that good kind of evidential stuff the mediums get. And the thing is that sometimes I'll get information and it really applies to the living. So if I get like the name Deborah, it could be the person coming through's name, but it could be somebody else that they're with or somebody in the living. So keep that in mind. Same thing with descriptions, same things with birthdays. Sometimes I'll know if what sign I'm on, sometimes I won't. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that different spirits come through with the different levels of energy. So some are really, really clear. Some are a little bit harder to get messages from. And in groups, and this is a John Edward quote, there's a 20-80 rule, that 20% of the people tend to get 80% of the messages, because some spirits are more adept at being able to reach a medium than others. So if you don't get a message, it doesn't mean that your loved one doesn't love you or doesn't want to talk to you or any of that stuff. It just means that they weren't getting through the traffic tonight. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to do a little prayer and drink a little water, and let's see where we go tonight. So dear Mother, Father, God, we thank you for your love and your awesomeness always. And we thank you for keeping us safe during these hard times, but these are great times. What a great time to be alive, even though it's challenging. thank you for all of our blessings and ask that you assist us in our work tonight to bring our loved ones through, to allow our messages to be very clear and very succinct and very meaningful, that we may do our job and validate the continuity of life and validate that nobody really dies. And thank you. Amen. Shalom, namaste, and of course, aloha. All right, so let me give me a second just to ground and get my energy here. So I don't quite feel, all right, so somebody's coming through. This would be a gentleman, and I don't feel like he was that at all when he passed. And, you know, it's Father's Day. I may get a lot of dads today because I feel like that this is a father energy. But for some reason, the number 45 comes up. And, you know, this may be, you know, the age somebody crossed, or it may mean something completely different. I also get the image of watching a lot of TV, I want to say. You know, I have to say, this person would have been older when he passed, so I think 45 means something else as well. But I do feel like I'm in uniform, so there may be a military connection as well as a civil servant or something that the person would have done in life. I'm being also aware of an L name. I want to put that as a name like Lily, Lillian, you know, an L name like that. So that may be somebody that the person's with or to say hi to. I feel like that person's on the other side as well. I feel like there's also a birthday or an anniversary around now. And I also get the feeling that there's an event around Easter. And then they're taking me to Christmas also. So I feel like in this family, there's a few holiday events I want to say as well. So good. I'm glad that you found, people found me. So you understand somebody 45, Colleen, talk to me. Who might that be? Because I could be getting a couple people coming in, and honestly, you know, this was slightly stressful. I'm really just getting into my place, but that number was very prominent. And I have to say, there's also with the person with the number 45. And Linda says her husband passed 2 years ago. Okay, so there's a couple of possibilities. Okay, that is your dad. I do believe that I'm with Colleen first, but Linda, listen, because you have the name that sounds like Lily. I think Colleen might be able to get that as well. Or I do feel like you know, this feels like that this is kind of like a reunion energy, I want to say as well. And I'm being made aware of a pistol, I want to say also. So I don't know if, you know, connected to Colleen, if your dad kept a gun. I mean, I know in the military you learn how to shoot and everything. I do feel like I was going to say one thing, but I feel like there's a breathing issue near the end with this person as he comes in as well. This may relate to a heart issue as well, because all of a sudden I'm feeling that part of my chest. I should be paying a little bit of attention to that as well. So Colleen's sending me a lot of hearts. Okay. My dad died the day after his 40. That's where the birthday reference came in, just to let you know. So he died right around his birthday. I feel like he's got a sense of humor. I don't know if you have the name Robert or Roger, but there's an R name that connects him with that also as well. And I feel like I want to go to the number 13. I think it's the month of March, but I feel like I want to go into the 13th day of a month. And this would be a birthday or maybe an anniversary. I think this is a birthday. I think this would go to somebody younger, like one of the children. So this could be possibly March 3rd, March 13th. But I feel like there's a date like that as well. And Colin's saying, I think of him every day. Okay, very good. Lillian had lung cancer. I may be coming to you next, Alice, and maybe Linda as well. Okay, Linda's saying not me, so Linda's out. All right. He was in the Navy, World War II. Yes, thank you. That would be the military thing. Again, I feel like he would have his stories. I feel like he's funny. I feel like he's with you. In fact, I feel like he's very attached to you, because they're showing me the image of like a 3-legged race, like attached at the hip. So I feel like your dad sticks with you a lot as well, I'm going to say. So he's also showing me something about north. And I don't know if you or somebody that you're aware of is planning on moving north of your location. I want to put this like say across the Long Island Sound and maybe into Westchester, Connecticut, I want to say, or either that, or he's wanting to acknowledge that as well. And I'm just going to see Colleen is saying 331. All right. I was a little bit psychically dyslexic. I got the date 313, but it's 331. And that's your sister's birthday. And yes, that's what he's saying, one of the children. So I feel like that's his way of saying hi to your sister as well. This is interesting. Next person, I'm going to find out who knows Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead, because that name just popped up in my mind. But that might, if anybody understands that, definitely chime in. I mean, unless this is with you, Colleen. But I met Bob Weir back in the day, but I didn't know him. So Colleen's saying that he felt him as well. I feel like he's saying, I don't know if you or somebody close to you's been having a little bit of not a health issue, but a little bit of tenderness on the right side of the stomach or something along those lines, unless that's how he passed. But I feel like it's his way of saying that I feel like that's for a female also, and that he's taking care of that, or it's going to be okay. I also get the image of one of those like old-fashioned change machines that had the little like metal, and you sort of dispense the coins that way. So I don't know if your dad has that or not. Okay, so Colleen's son moved to Westchester, and that would be his way of acknowledging your son also. I also feel there may be a new job situation around your son, and I feel like I'm supposed to tell him he's going to do very well, but to tickle him, please, because he's too serious, I want to say also as well. So this is from that. So so very good. So lots of love from Dad. And let me see where I'm going next. Okay, let me just in my mind. So I want to go back to Lillian and the person with lung cancer as well. Or do I want to go back there? No, I will in a second. But there's definitely a couple of people that are coming in. You know where I want to go? I want to go where somebody either just had a baby, I want to say, or either just had a baby or a child, or found out they were pregnant, I want to say. I feel like this is a boy, I want to say also. I feel like the spirits coming in is connected to a female energy, older, I want to say. And somebody likes to gamble because I'm rolling the dice. And I feel like there's a name like Gertrude or a G, hard G name that sounds like that, that's connected to that as well. And Maxine's saying my daughter. Hi, Lila, as well. All right. Recently. Very good. Oh, so I think Colleen's saying that her son got a new job recently. Well, your dad is aware that he's a very strong spirit, and he shows up in uniform. So he would have been very proud of his service. My dad served in World War II also, and he was very proud as well. So let me see. I want to see where I go with the baby message as well. You're welcome, Colleen. Let me get more, and a name like Gertrude, Gerda, Gert, Gretchen. But the name Gertrude popped in. That's not an everyday name, so I know that I'm going somewhere with that as well. And so Maxine just had a baby, so I may be chiming into your energy. I'm just looking for a G name. I mean, it's conceivable, especially in this format, I may be getting the more common name like George, and I think Gertrude's sort of the female version of that. Serafina, no, that's not it. And Alice is talking about a baby boy, yes. And Janice, his sister in spirit, Uncle Henry in spirit, it's a gambler. I may be coming with you, Alice. I'm still looking for that name because that came through loud and clear. That's going to be part of this energy, I have to say as well. But while I'm on the subject, so let me just see who's coming in. So I feel like there's also, you see, so Uncle Henry's here. So let me just take a deep breath. Hopefully I'm not being scattered right now into whole different areas. But I feel like there's a name like Maya or Myra or an MA name at least. It's also going to be connected with that as well. Baby born in Sears. All right. So let me just see. Am I with Alice? First I went to no, and then I went to yes, which is kind of curious. Okay. So let me just bring in a couple of messages here. Firstly, I feel like they're saying for you, Alice, that you strong. I want to say as well. I feel like somebody saying that you had a tough day, but it's getting better now. I want to say also as well. And I feel like they're talking about you keeping up with your prayers or meditations as well. And family friend named Myra, yes. And I read her before. Oh my God, that's funny. And Bonnie's also. So there's about 3 or 4 people that understand the baby boy as well. So good. I feel like I'm definitely with Alice. So I don't know if anything that I'm saying makes sense to you, but I definitely feel like that's for you as well. And I'm also all of a sudden a whiter-ish colored dog popped in. This may be like a yellow lab or I think more lighter color. I want to say a little smaller than a lab, just sort of popped in as well. And I do believe that that's also going to be for Alice in some way or another. Oh, hi, Yvonne. So I think I have 2 different energies that are hitting me at the same time, because everything that Alice didn't take, Yvonne is taking. Okay. So I'm going to see also who has this dog. He's very friendly too, because he's licking my right arm right now, I want to say. And yeah, this dog is a good side, but he's very mellow, I want to say also as well. And this has to belong to one of the 2 of you. And I'm starting to realize that I do have a delay with this. So I'm just going to take a breath and just see if there's any feedback as well. Oh, by the way, somebody's playing a piano also, I have to say. And I feel like that goes to that same female energy, I want to say as well. Yvonne Clark, born in Easter. All right. So far, not getting any feedback on that. All right. So, anyways, so I don't know if what I was saying to Alice before wasn't making sense, or if that was for somebody else, but I think that was for you. So, so very good. So I am being also met by a younger male spirit as well. All right, so I'm back with Alice. Okay. Sister Judy played piano. That made me say hello to your sister also. I have a feeling somebody in the spirit world also played, because I'm getting I think this goes to a grandparent's vibration, because I'm getting the image of playing the piano, but having the piano in the house also, I want to say as well. All makes sense. Okay, we had a white poodle in spirit. Thank you. Janice's sister played piano, and Aunt's in spirit was piano teacher. Thank you. So that this aunt is with you, and her energy is very lovely, I want to say. She's very huggy as she comes in also. So I think she had that kind of a spirit or personality as well. And I also get the feeling that that she's with you a lot. Like she has a kind of a mother, almost like a grandmother's vibration, but very close to you, I want to say as well. And I think she was very handy in the kitchen, because I feel like I'm mixing things up in the kitchen as well. And I don't know if you had found somebody's jewelry or some jewelry in the kitchen, because as soon as I talk about the kitchen, I'm seeing jewelry in my mind also, like something in gold. I think something pendant or something that you'd wear around your neck, and I almost feel like it's like a lost item that got found there. And I feel like the aunt figure would have helped that person find it, whether it's you or somebody in the family. And I feel like she's saying to go get him. So there's some process in your life where you're having to really put your best forward and really be confident and strong. But I feel like I'm supposed to say that you know how to do that, and something about being up with the sun. So I'm gathering that you're a morning person, and I don't know if you like to journal in the morning or if you write, but you're showing me that image of like writing things down or journaling things and kind of getting prepared for your day. I do believe this is all for Alice or somebody very close with Alice, but if somebody else takes that, I may be kind of shifting as well. So again, there is a little bit of a delay. So any other messages? I just feel like to say that I'm here, and congratulations on the baby boy, because that's how I started this out. And I may be starting to switch But if you can take a name like Jake, that I still might be with you. I want to say in the living, but sometimes when I get names or initials, I'm not sure what side of life I'm on as well. So Janice's sister in spirit journaled early in day her jewelry was stolen, lost. Do you know if it was stolen while the jewelry was in the kitchen? I mean, if this happened a long time ago, I'm sure she looked there, but she is showing me jewelry in the kitchen, I want to say. And I'm sorry that her jewelry got lost, but I'm glad that all makes sense, because she was showing me, getting up very early in the morning, journaling, and then the jewelry lost, and then the image of the kitchen. So I'm going to leave that with you, and let us know if you find it, or if that makes sense later on, I want to say as well. So there's a younger man that's been here trying to get my attention. I want to say 28, maybe 29 when he passed. Fortunately, this has the feeling maybe somebody either had some drugs in their system, or something with medications not reacting well. But I do know this person would have had depression, because he shows me that symbol. I feel like he wants to say hi, mom. So I don't know if you can take that with somebody's son that's on right now as well. So let me see if I can get more about him. I'm getting this image of like playing, picking up a guitar, but not necessarily being like in a band, I want to say. I get the feeling of being, or kind of quieter, or more to himself. I do feel, I'm not sure what name, but I feel like there's a J name connected to this as well. Supposed to ring in the dog biscuit box in the kitchen. I mean, that could be part of that, but I have a feeling it's more than that. So let me get to this young man. Yeah, I do feel like he does take at least some responsibility for how he passed. So maybe it's something where he ended his life, but he's very strong and wants to reach out. I get, a gentleman with kind of a darker complexion. I want to say he's taller, on the tall side, not fat or not wide, but taller, I want to say as well. Unless I'm describing somebody in the living. So Nick Gall says, I just sent your link to my mom a few minutes ago. My brother, Jace, died almost 3 years ago from suicide. He was only 15 though. Okay. If honestly, the numbers could go other ways. If everything else is making sense to you about your brother, if, for the age 15, if he was taller, I have to say he's an old soul though. So if everything else is making sense to you, this may be his way of trying to say hi. And I feel like he's trying to reach out to mom to say that I'm sorry as well, but that I'm here, and that I'm with you. And let's see what else. All right, so I'll see if any of this else comes in. But he shows me my symbol for passing over peacefully. He shows me the number 4. This may relate to like April, or the 4th day of a month being important around him, or the family, I want to say as well. Again, I feel like there may be medications involved. So if you can take, everything but the age, I think that I'm with you. And then that 20, I'm not sure it's 28 or 29, but he's always said he was connected to spirits. Yeah, I think I'm with you. And this goes for everybody. As I'm getting stuff, anything that's not making sense right away, write it down. Because sometimes, the person getting the messages doesn't know everything. But just the fact that he has a J.A. name, what did I say? Jake, and he's Jace. I mean, that's really close. And everything. Jace was okay. I think that he's here and that he's with you. And I get this image of poking. Yeah, I want to say it well. So I don't know, Nicole, if you feel pokes or if your mom feels pokes. And then I get the number 55 coming in, which could be May 5th, or the age 55 being important, maybe for somebody else, or street address. But the number 55 comes in as well. And I feel like I want to acknowledge somebody, I think in the living, but it may be on the other side, that makes jams. that likes to make jams, jelly, that likes to do stuff like that as well, or was just doing that maybe like today or yesterday as well. So I think this is all for the same family. Thorn in her side is a joke. Yeah, well, he's poking me in the side, so that's his way of just kind of acknowledging that as well. So, let your mom know that he's still around, and that's why he may be seeing noises. And I also get the image of something dropping from a table, and that was him, I want to say as well. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like something may have broken or just spread out on the floor. So I made jam cookies a few hours ago. Perfect. That's you, Nicole. And your brother was watching you. Your brother was aware of that. So very good. Very good. And lots of love to you. Lots of love to your family as well. I don't know if your dad's more distant or why I feel like I want to acknowledge Dad too, unless he's with him. But if he's in the living, I feel like he's talking about him being a little bit more distant. But to say hi to him also as well. And you're welcome. Thank you. All right, so let me move on and move along. The interesting thing is that I'm moving on. I get the image almost like a carriage, like you would have with horses, I want to say as well. And I may be going back a ways with this person because I feel like I really feel like I'm in the 1930s or the 1940s all of a sudden. And like either the name Winston is important or I have somebody that smokes Winstons, I want to say. And maybe cigarettes because all of a sudden I'm feeling my chest. And I feel like the gentleman that I'm with, I feel like he was older, but not super old. So I may be like in my 70s. I'm not getting a specific age. I want to say maybe younger 70s though. And I feel like there'd be heart or lung issues with him. I feel like I'm with kind of a stern man, but when he loosens up, he's quite funny, I want to say as well. And he can be hands-on, but I feel like he's moody and suffered from depression also and tended to be, on his own a lot. Like I feel like he has friends, but I get this feeling being a little bit withdrawn or a little bit on my own, I want to say, when I was here in the living. There may, that Winston may be William because I'm hearing the name Billy also. So there may be like two names like Winston or William, like one older and one younger. So hi Pam, I'm gonna see if anybody's taking that tonight. Yeah, Colleen, the fact that you have a very important anniversary tonight is why your loved one came in first and showed me the birthday anniversary symbol. So I was just saying her dad Rudy died last year. Okay, I don't know if I'm with Rudy. I have a feeling with somebody else. I think there's somebody that passed a good while ago, I have to say also, to tell you the truth. This could even be a grandfather. So far, nobody's taking this. So I'll give it a couple more minutes. This isn't my favorite format to read on, I have to be honest. And maybe with you, my dad's name is Willie. My grandpa is Silly. Willie. Yeah, Willie. Okay, yeah. So I may be getting a reference to your people as well. And Jillian says it's Bill and parents he fought cars. He died 20 years ago. All right, am I Joanne? I could be. So let me just see if I can get a little bit more information. Again, the person that I'm with, he's nice, but he can be a little bit stern and a little bit quiet, but he's not weak. So I don't want, so it's a different feeling with that as well. I don't honestly know if this is the grandfather or the father, but I'm almost feeling like this might be the grandfather I'm connecting in with as well. So Lauren can take this. I may be this may be Lauren's, and so I'm waiting for one of the two to acknowledge the physical image I'm getting. I feel like brown or dark hair. I feel taller, not fat. I feel again you're a little bit stern, but nice and not always the most communicative man. But I feel like he can be a lot of fun as well. And all of a sudden, I got this image of opening champagne. So I think the person that I'm with would have an important event around now, like an important anniversary, birthday, that kind of a thing. And Joanne's saying yes. He had a big heart. Yeah, he definitely had a big heart. So I do feel like I'm with Joanne. But the other people that are taking part of this, listen, because you may get a message also as well. Um, uh, but yeah, especially the person that had the Winstons and the two Williams. So that was very strong to me as well. So I'm going to address Joanne. So hi, Joanne G. I hope that you're having a good night as well. This is interesting. Can I get this image of like one of those old-fashioned pencil sharpeners that you have to crank? And sometimes I'll get references like that for teachers as well. And Maxine talked about him being Steve as well. He was 64. That's about the what I say, like early 70s, but that's about the age. Was Stern, yeah, okay, but nice. So, Maxine, take what you can also as well. I may be talking to both people, and 70 is the exact age, so I may have both families in. And so I'll talk to Joanne for a second, then I'll talk to Maxine. And he lived in his basement. I could see that. Could I see him alone a lot? I have to say that. I see him by himself a lot. Birthday 6/19. That's somebody else. Okay. No, I'm looking for Joanne to acknowledge like we're right around a really important anniversary, birthday, or event. It almost feels more like a celebration. I mean, I know people get married in June, but I may be looking at an important anniversary, like a wedding anniversary as well. I definitely feel like he's with you. I feel like I don't know if he died more on his own or if he wanted to, but I get this image of kind of being kind of by myself and maybe not not a lot of people with me, I want to say, but he's fine. And so let me just see what message. I get the feeling of playing cards also as well. So I think that there would be card games in the family, or you're just playing cards, I want to say. I think there's a Joe Joseph, a common J-O name connected to that, either be say hello to or with me. I feel like he's also with his grandfather, so that goes back a few generations, I want to say as well. And again, I'm going to go back to exactly where I started this message. I don't know if you would understand some reference to like a carriage or horse and buggy or what that means, but he made a point to show me that again. So I'm going to just see if that's making any sense. So he lived in his basement, right? All right. That's the bit about being alone. I don't know if he passed in his basement, but he's definitely showing me being there. I feel like you're saying that you're okay. He's okay. I feel like this is a very smart man. Like he could figure things out very, very easily as well. And I think, there's something with words also. I don't know if it's writing or just having just an appreciation for the English language. I'm hearing both actually. So I think that's making sense. My daughter rode horses and it's her birthday tomorrow. Thank you very much. Okay. So this is your father or grandfather. I know they're both here, so I don't know which one I'm describing. But that's his way of acknowledging your daughter as well. And I feel like he's sending a lot of love your way. So, and the word peace comes up. So I feel like he's saying that he is at peace and that he's with you. And carry on. And then I don't know if somebody has more of like an apartment style house or like a condo or something like that just had to refinish the floors or needs to do the floors. But he's there watching that. So that may be you, Joanne, but he's there watching that. So that's your dad. That's what I thought as well. And what's a card? Oh, so that's Maxine. Yeah. So I'm going to come to you, Maxine, now, because you're taking a lot of this information also as well. Anything else for Joanne first before I go on as well? I feel like with your daughter, he's encouraging her to ride horses still. I don't know if she liked military games growing up or boy stuff, but I just got that image as well. And I feel like he's also showing me somebody that got their eyeglasses cracked, kind of in like a almost a jagged straight line as well. So I don't know if that makes sense also. And my daughter just moved and we were cleaning the floors. Your dad was there, right there watching you. And that's why he's showing me that. So know that your dad is there and he's with your daughter. I feel like like your daughter is emotionally just starting to come out of something, or just starting to get better. And I feel like he's saying, good for her. Like she's either done something where she really stood in her truth, or really followed through on her instincts and didn't let her ego get in the way, for lack of a better word. So beautiful. And I get this feeling of also daughter like coming into some new relationship energy. So if she's married, it may just be an improvement thereof, but it feels like some new relationship energy around her also. Yeah, he dealt with anxiety. She's come a long way. Yeah. That's what I feel like he's saying, and I feel like especially recently, and that's huge, because we're in a time where people are getting more anxiety, not less anxiety. So that speaks volumes about her and her inner strength, I want to say as well. So where's Maxine? Message retracted. Okay. Very recently, a new job too. Exactly. Thank you. That's the new beginnings also as well. It takes a little getting used to, but I feel like she's going to like her job as well. You're welcome. So anything for Maxine, because I feel like Maxine's father's here also as well. I don't know if he was a carpenter by trade or fixed things, but I do know I'm seeing carpentry tools right now. And the expression jack of all trades comes up. So I'm with somebody that is a jack of all trades. I want to say that does know a lot about a lot of things. It's funny. All of a sudden I'm getting a reference to the Mighty Quinn. That Bob Dylan song that Man for Man covered. I'm not going to sing for you. Steph's son thinks that I look like Abraham Lincoln. yeah. I'm only about a foot shorter than him, but thank you very much. So Joanne's grandfather was a carpenter. I'm looking at this for Maxine, actually. And if I'm not with her, then I pulled into somebody else's energy. But I'm looking for that with Maxine. If I'm missing that would still be with Joanne, I want to say as well. Now, the person that does the carpentry, jack of all trades, person that's got a lot of tools, that could be in the living also. But I do feel like this is still your dad coming through as well. Ray William was a jack of all trades, helped build Levittown. Wow, I like that. And Maxine here. Okay, so you understand that, Maxine, right? I know there's a delay, but hopefully you're going to say yes. Because even if you say no, I'm going to give you a message anyway. So there. Had a horse milk truck. Okay, that doesn't explain jack of all trades and carpentry tools, but okay. What do we have for Maxine? I feel like they're saying just be yourself, because you're very uplifting to the people around you. Congratulations for keeping such a positive attitude, I want to say. I feel like I want to acknowledge something new with hair. So I don't know if you're styling it differently, or maybe adding some highlights or colors. But congratulations for that, I want to say as well. Your husband, your husband's the jack of all trades. I get it. Okay. Now, just tell me that your husband's still here, because if he's crossed over, he's trying to break into this energy, and I want to let him. So just let me know what side of life your husband's on. I know your dad is here. But if he's still living, then your dad is very warm on your husband also as well. What else? Life is about to speed up for you, because I'm seeing roller skates. That's my personal symbol for things full speed ahead, I want to say. Man, you got it. Okay, thank you, Maxine. So lots of love from Dad. Yeah, we'll get a lot of dads today, because it is Father's Day. So very good. So I feel like your dad gives you lots of heads up, because he's telling you to be aware. So you tend to be in thought a lot. So I feel like saying be aware, and just to keep smiling, that you're uplifting the room. And I feel like there's some encouragement, either for you or somebody really, really close to you, being either musical or starting something, with music. I feel like to get more into it, I want to say as well. I feel like that's for you, and I feel like doing some more writing. I know that you've been on my trainings also, so thank you for that. So I feel like when you come in, they come in. Okay, I'm starting to switch, and I'm gonna look for a name like either Vanessa or Van, but I feel like where I'm supposed to go, that there's a V name as well. I feel like with that, this might be a mother figure. Now, names could be who they're with or who's here in the living also, but I do feel like a Vanessa, Van, a V name like that is going to be important in this energy. So your husband has crossed, so that's his way of coming in. So I'm splitting my energy splitting. So for Maxine, lots of love for your husband. He's very warm. He's very nice. He's with you a lot, and lots of love for your dad also. And going into this other energy. Oh my God, teach me to try to split the spirits. Oh my goodness, what did I just say? All right, okay. So I'm looking for the V name, the Vanessa, the Van. Vanessa name. I'm looking for a mother figure. Now it could be a grandmother that's like a mom. So to me, mom is a person that raised you, not necessarily biological mom. I know this person had curly hair, or she curled, and I know she kept it short, at least for a good portion of her life, I want to say as well. I know she has a pretty loud voice, so I know, she's not the quiet sort, I want to say as well. There may also be a reference to a name like Barbara or Bonnie or Betty, but there's a B name that's going to reference into this energy also. She's really strong. I know you're here somewhere, and I know there's a delay, so I'm going to just kind of maybe keep talking and hang in there until somebody gets this lady. I know she's not, she's not tall, but I don't think she's like 4'10" either. So I get her more short to average for a lady. So Trish, okay, you have a VA last name. That could be you, Valois or Valois. Curly, yeah, there'd be curly hair with this lady. I don't, and it'd be brown or dark. And yeah, again, I don't know if she curled it or if it's natural, but I do know that she's here. I do know that she's strong. I do feel like she likes to keep run a tight ship. She does like family. I feel like the family might have been a little smaller. I want to say four. Family of four, not necessarily four kids. I'd say four is not that. Lauren, Barbara is my mother. Ray Milliam's wife. Okay, Ray Milliam. Betty, my grandmother. So much. You're welcome, Maxine. All right. So a couple of people are taking this, but I haven't heard any shout outs for the V name yet. That's what I'm waiting, because that came through very strong. I know that's part of this energy. If it's Basilio is the last name. Sometimes they get last names too. And Barbara's alive. All right, and your mom's passed, Lauren, and your dad. So I feel like they're saying hello as well. I feel like that they are together. I feel like somebody that's with me had a problem on the left side of the head, whether that's like an aneurysm, a stroke, a brain tumor. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling my left temple getting my attention as I'm talking. I want to say as well. I feel like this would be, again, I feel like this is mother energy that's with me. I feel like you would have been with her as she was passing or right before. Could I get the image of holding hands? I think we're in a hospital or a hospice. I need some water. Mouth gets dry from all this talking, are both passed, foreign family. Okay. And Vasello. All right. So I don't know if Lauren, if you're understanding more of that, and Trisha's saying that's my mom. Okay, well, and you're Valois. So anyway, so hi from mom, and all the people that they can take that as well. All of my kids have a V in their name, but this would be the first letter, not the V in the name, and this would be a VA name, definitely a VA name. And Trish, sorry about having an aneurysm. All right, so I think this is your mom, Trish. I think I finally narrowed down who I'm with. And the only curious thing is usually an aneurysm is very sudden. but I get the image of being like in the room with the person ill and being there either right before or right when she passed. That's the only thing, because usually when people have aneurysms, it just happens. So everything else seems to make sense around you except for that. And I want to be 100% specific. Oh, Trish, okay. Okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for. I'm definitely with you then as well. So let me just see what other information we can bring in. I think that I don't know if somebody had dogs or like smaller dogs. All of a sudden, I got this image of like a bunch of littler dogs in my mind as well. And this might be all the family dogs. I'm hearing family. Saying it was fast and sun, but you were in the room. That's all that I'm looking for. That you were there as this happened, and she's aware of that. And she kind of gives me the feeling like again, this wouldn't make sense logically, but I feel like we got to hug and say our goodbyes, but on a logical, earthly sense, that wouldn't make sense. But I feel like in some way or another, you were able to, I don't know what the right word is, but the process completed itself. There wasn't like baggage left over from her passing. I believe that's what you said. So one was hers. All right. So I have a feeling that through the years there were more dogs, because I feel like she's showing me more than that as well. But I definitely feel like she's around you. So let me just see what her message is. So this may be a different carpenter or fixer up person. You know what it is? I feel like there's something either getting fixed in the house or that needs to be fixed. But I'm kind of looking at a section of the house that's a little bit older, I want to say. And I don't know if there's like either an add-on section in your house. Like, in other words, I feel like I'm seeing a house that has 2 floors, but then it extends a little bit, and then there's only 1 floor. Then there's like a flat roof above that room, I want to say. And either that was where somebody kept their tools, or there's been some repairs in that area. I'm pretty sure I'm with Trish with that. So I'm pretty sure that's going to make sense to somebody in your family as well. And I feel like that's your mom's way of, I guess, of acknowledging that as well. But I feel like you talk about lots of love, lots of life to live. I feel like, and I don't know if this would be your dad or somebody else in the family, but I feel like she's acknowledging somebody that was very ill about 2 years ago, but got better. I want to say also. That's where she sat and kept her tools. Well, that's what she's showing me. So that's her. So that's your mom. So very good. Yeah, I'm still feeling this on my side as well. So I feel like he's saying that the bigger dog talks to her. So the 2 dogs, the bigger one, I'm seeing more of a beigeish, tannish. I may be getting the color bit off, but I feel like I'm saying with the bigger dog that it's my uncle, her brother, and he passed 2 years ago. Thank you. He passed 2 years ago. Okay. Well, she's saying he got better. My mistake, but he's fine on the other side as well, and that they're together, I want to say also. So I also get the image of reading to younger children. The style of books would suggest like kindergarten, first grade, preschool. I don't know if you have children or grandchildren that age, or if there's a reference to somebody who teaches younger grades, but she's showing me that as well. But again, going back, the bigger dog sees her, so when he's kind of barking and looking around, or she, if it's a girl dog, say hi, mom, because she's around at that time. And thank you. So we got off to a late start. I was going to do an hour. I'm going to try to hang in there a little while longer, because I feel like I'm still getting warmed up. Okay, so somebody just popped in, a huge golfer, I want to say as well. Like would have been very aware. I believe a male figure would have been very aware, like his handicap or the scores or something like that as well. I have a feeling this might still be with Trish, but and Trish is validating the dog, so that's good. Thank you, Jamie. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to your dad as well. So somebody's very much that. I think he was a smoker because I'm feeling that sensation in my chest. I feel like he did passive lung or breathing issues, I want to say also as well. I feel like somebody goes to bingo that's connected to that as well. I feel like that there's a birthday, though. I feel like I want to push that up to around July 3rd or so, around that area. So Joanne's thinking that might be his Uncle Bob. So he's the golfer, I'm assuming, as well. And I feel like he's funny too. And I feel like he's talking about you getting back into your studies, back into the flow of your work, I want to say as well, after a little bit of a break. But I feel like he's talking about you getting stronger now, or I mean, let me see, Joanne, I think I know you. I think you're the Joanne I know. And I know that you're strong. So I feel like he's just sort of saying that, that you're getting stronger, or maybe just, because we've been through a lot as well. And Janice's late husband's birthday is July 3rd. All right. Well, Janice's husband may be trying to pop in, especially if Janice understands a pretty avid golfer in the family. But Joanne's saying yes to all of that. So I feel like that's his way of just saying, that he's around as well. So did you say this was your uncle? Because he does have a fatherly vibration around you. Yeah. I'm looking up in the chat, and you did say that. And then Kristen's mom. Yeah, yes. That's who I thought you were. Thank you. And thanks for being here. All right. So I think anything else from Bob? Well, she's commenting on how pretty you are. So I feel like he's a man that compliments people as well. And I feel like he's just saying to keep praying, or to please pray. There must be people that are religious. Well, you're spiritual. I'll say religious or spiritual. That's this as well. And I don't know if you understand that much. I don't know if you're going to understand this, but I feel like he helps somebody, I believe, in the living, through battles of addiction or bouts of addiction, I want to say as well. So I'm getting a lot of yeses, but I know there's a delay. So if you understand that, just know that person is getting some energetic support to, help through that process, I want to say as well. And again, the expression like please pray, or to keep saying your prayers is good. And hanging on. All right. Well, lots of love to Mom as well, and I think she's going to keep hanging on for a while as well. And then Joanne's saying yes. So I think she understands that last bit about the addiction. So very good. So let me move on. And all of a sudden, I get the image of Christmas. So I feel like I have somebody born or passed right around Christmas. I want to say the 26th. So I might be looking at the day after Christmas. I feel like this would have been a massive heart attack, I have to say as well, because I'm feeling that sensation in my body. I feel like this is going to reference a male figure. I feel like I want to go to maybe 56 or 65. Those numbers seem to come up in my mind as well. And I feel like the person's funny, but he could have a little bit of a cutting edge also. And I feel like, as I'm saying, I feel like he's saying it's more like he just wasn't feeling well a lot of his life. I think he might have had a diabetic condition also, or a systemic condition also as well. So she passed right on Christmas, the 25th, not the 26th. So if any of this other stuff is making sense, this may be for you, but I have a feeling, unless your grandfather died kind of young, this may go somewhere else. Because I do not feel this person was that old. And I do feel like he had a lot of health issues. I'm not getting a name with this one yet, or an initial, not yet. It may come in, but nothing's coming on the name vibration yet. Although as I'm saying that, I think this may either bounce back to one of the Bills or Billies, or this may be a different Bill or Billy. But if I'm with Mary, then his name is Tom, and William would be somebody else. I feel like I still haven't found this contact yet. I'm not sure. Relation. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in his mid-50s. I keep getting that 56, that number popping in. I wouldn't be surprised if he was still pretty young when he passed as well. Interesting thing, I feel like and this could go one of two ways. I'm seeing somebody painting, although the strokes more suggest house painting than art, but I could be confusing that a little bit as well. And I feel like where I'm going, he's acknowledging a woman that has kind of longer fingers that tends to use sparkly nail polish as well. So that may be the person in the living that the deceased person is trying to reach to right now as well. Erin's husband was 56. Okay. Or fiance, I'm sorry. Erin, if this other stuff is making sense, or if there's another spirit that you can take the other stuff, I may be with you. But I have a feeling your husband's cutting in, to be quite honest, because in the realm of mediumship, it's all energy. And it's like, I can mention somebody died at 56, and then 3 people could have got almost 60 people on right now. Like 3 people could pop in that died at 56 all at once. So yeah, again, if you can take the rest of this, I know I'm with a person, I don't know if he's obese. I do know he's overweight, and I do feel like he had illness that would happen to people that are overweight. I do believe diabetes, I want to say as well. Who you read for his husband, William, has a son, Billy. William passed suddenly heart attack, 60s from shoveling snow. That could be him, although, honestly, I don't think this person was in good enough shape to even shovel snow, to be quite honest. But it could be. If you can take the rest of that, I could take that as well. But, I know you're out there somewhere. I know whatever I'm with is out there somewhere. I mean, I don't think this man is terribly tall, I want to say. I feel like, he had a hard time in life, but he would try to laugh anyways. No, he's in good shape. No, this person was not, that's why I didn't think I was with either of you. This person was not in good shape, but he's here, and he's heavy. All right. Okay. If anybody does recognize that, feel free to chime in. I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 more as well. I know he's here. I hope that he lets me go. Again, now he goes back to that kind of sparkly, kind of long fingernails, long fingers, like sparkly nail polish. I mean, that could be a daughter in the living. I don't know, but that would be an important part of this as well. Had diabetes and died. I may be with you, Mary Lou. This is starting to make sense now. Do you know who's got the nail thing? Because that would be part of this also. Because he popped that back in my mind, and somehow I don't think that's you, Mary Lou. I think he's talking about somebody younger, I want to say, although I don't know what age you are, but that's what's coming through anyways. But I feel like me. Oh, there's you. Teach me to doubt myself. All right. So this is your dad's way of giving me specific information to let you know that it's him, and to help me discern from the other people who I'm with. So I'm glad that I have you, and I feel like your father is definitely with you. And the thing, what he's doing, he's kind of like, in my mind, taking your arm and holding your arm up. Oh, you know what it is? He's saying, take the information sooner, basically. That's what he's doing. He's kind of like raising your hand, basically, to take the information sooner. I don't know if you smoke, or, I mean, he might have smoked too, but I feel like he's working with somebody in the living to quit smoking, to prevent problems later on, I want to say, because the word prevent came. And Mary Lou's going LOL, so you definitely understand that then. And I feel like he's saying he's very proud of you. He wants you to be proud of yourself also as well. I feel like he's saying don't buy into other people's criticisms or whatever it is, because it's their issues, it's not yours. You carry yourself very well, but you're very sensitive, like empathic sensitive, I want to say as well. And I feel like he's saying you're very good with the animals. And I kind of get this image of, I don't know if it's a cat or a dog, because I'm just seeing your hand and kind of licking the food off your hand, I want to say as well. So Joanne's, I mean, Joanne, you can, if this is making sense to you, take this also. Mary Lou, I didn't think that you smoked, Mary Lou, but I feel like this would be for somebody in the living that he's watching out for as well. unless the person quit already. But I do feel like I'm with you, because you could take pretty much everything else. And um, he had a cat. He had a cat. Okay. I mean, that could be his cat too. Let me check as well. So let me just see what else say. So I'm seeing fireworks. So often, this would be about overlapping events. So, happy birthday to the person who's in July. My father quit smoking. He's alive. No, this is still, this is Mary Lou. I'm pretty sure this is the same energy. And again, if I'm mistaken, I apologize. I'll put it this way: I'd rather be specific and wrong than vague and halfway right. He's 7/14. So that's 10 days away, but that's still the season. Yeah, if that makes sense, Mary Lou, the smoking part makes sense also as well. Again, he just wanted to say, very proud of you. I don't know if you understand who is in the military and had medals for their service. But if that's not your dad, there's somebody else with him that's trying to say hi also as well. And the feeling this would be, to me, would be World War II around Normandy, is the feeling around that, I want to say as well. So again, I don't know if that's your dad, but I think that's connected to your family as well. But he's just sending a lot of love and just saying that I love you, I am at peace, and something about being worldly also. And I have a feeling it's his way of saying, as time goes on, you're likely to travel more, or maybe you have a daughter that travels or is going to travel as well. And uncle, his brother was World War II. Okay, so he's with his brother Joe, and I do believe that there were some honors around his, not the Asian War, the Pacific War. This has to be the European branch of the war. And again, he's with you. So let me see if I can get one more. And I'm starting to feel the energy dropping. So I'm going to try to see. Let me get another father, unless somebody's child is here as well. So either the name bank or banks means something, or there's a connection to a banker, because the first thing I'm hearing is bank. This person steps through. And I do feel like there's a lady here. So I'm seeing an image of my grandmother. Either she's a grandmother, or her name is Mary, because my grandma's Mary, the grandmother that I know. So I feel like she's here. I feel like somebody likes to gamble, maybe play cards, I want to say as well. I feel like as a person comes in, she shows being hard of hearing, especially on the left side, or either that or somebody in the living is, because I'm feeling that in my body as well. I feel like this is somebody that has a lot of faith, so I'm probably with the religious person, because I want to pray when she steps in. I feel like there's also a reference to cutting hair, so unless like me, if you did a quarantine cut, there may be like a hairdresser in the family, I want to say as well. You're welcome, Mary Lou, forever young. Thank you, Jen. My dad's mom is Mary, and that's your grandfather. So I think this is your mom's way of stepping through also to say hi as well. So your dad is with her mom. Okay. So now we'll see if I can get to another contact. And yes, I feel like the name Sarah is important where I'm going next. That could be the person in the living, or the person that crossed over. All right, so let me see who's here. Yeah, I think this is going to be my last one. I'm starting to fade a bit. Right, so who's here? So I feel like where I'm going, there's a bunch of Joes or Jones or J.O. names. So I think there'd be 3 or 4 people that's like Joan or John that's connected into this family as well. Hard of hearing when you're, I don't know your name, New York Intuitive Medium, but I think this is your grandmother's way of trying to say hi as well. Because I think it's the left side, but I definitely know that as well. I'm calling saying me maybe. Mary died last week. Devout Catholic. I may be with Bonnie. It's an old friend of mine. I'd love to give you a message if I can. I feel like this person has a lot of family around as she's passing. So I don't know if you actually got to get back home. I feel like this is a more of what we call like a happy or dignified passing, meaning that it's like, thank goodness this person doesn't have to suffer anymore. They're at peace now. That kind of a feeling I want to say as well. And it's interesting because I didn't really get to the part of painting. I mean, I know Bonnie, I know Bonnie, and I know that you're a sculptress, not necessarily a painter, but that would be a way of talking about art as well. And John Jr., James, John. So Caitlin listened also as well. My pop's deaf, devout Catholic, and we got to be there before he passed. So I'm gonna do two messages in one then, because it sounds like Caitlin's relatives are here, trying to say hi also as well. Excuse me. Okay. So let me see. Talk to me. So I'm seeing apples. Unless you have an apple orchard, this would be reference to a teacher, I want to say also, because that's my symbol for teachers. So I think either you're a teacher or teachers in the family, I want to say as well. I do believe this goes to Jessica. Yes, but this could be for Bonnie too. And so both of you listen. So I'm gonna split and do two messages at once. Yeah, she was dearly loved. Yeah, I feel that as well. And again, the feeling is like thank goodness as well. So I don't know why the image of a toothbrush has popped in my mind as well. But this could be her way of talking about having, either you having like really good dental hygiene, or I could take that the opposite way, that they needing dental work like I do. But and she was hard of hearing. Yeah, I think I'm with Bonnie, but the other person, Caitlin, also listening. You have all the J names, and as well, and the Catholic connection as well. But she's fine, I want to say as well. I feel like that there's a very kind of a generous, larger male figure ready for her on the other side. That might be a dad or a favorite grandfather of hers, which you may not even know. But I think at one time this would have been a fairly portly gentleman, I want to say, and very, very kind, I want to say as well. And I get a lot of images of working outside, like working the land, raking, planting, all that stuff. So there may be some reference to farming in the family, I want to say as well. And Mary lived in an apple orchard. Okay, yeah. So there's no teachers. It's the literally the apples. Thank you, and they would have taken care of that as well. And Caitlin can take a teacher. Yeah. So I'm going to finish up by giving you both messages. Let me start with Bonnie, then I'll get back to Kate. Let me focus on Bonnie's energy for a second as well. Firstly, I feel like spirit. This may not be your grandmother, that it just may be your guide. I feel like he's saying a couple things. One, that you're more psychic than you believe you are, so trust your intuition. Two, that the image of being stabbed in the back comes up. So if somebody did, figuratively stab you in the back, I'm sorry, but your grandmother knows that. She shows me a big heart, almost like an emoji heart in my mind. And I feel like she's already come through. I don't know if you had a dream as well. And she shows me Archangel Gabriel, the awakener with the horn. I'm actually doing an angel training tomorrow. I'll give you some information in a second. So I feel like you're very aligned to Archangel Gabriel, and Gabriel is really about ascension as well as communication. That's why he has the horn. It's the symbol of awakening. So in this time of great awakening, Gabriel's very active, helping us awaken as well. And I mean, I'm seeing murals, Bonnie. I know you do murals. I know you've done that. So this is nothing new, but I feel like it's just her way of saying that she's very proud of you. And I don't know if you've been doing some painting in your living room, or some repainting or refinishing, but if you understand that she's there and she's visiting you as well. And she grew up on a potato farm. Cool. That would involve a lot of digging though, because it's a root vegetable. Very cool. And I feel like this is a woman that has a lot of stories, a lot to tell, a lot to share, I have to say. And and she just wants to let everybody know that she's okay, and she's acknowledging you may be beginning to exercise, like bike ride or walk more. So I feel like she's acknowledging that as well. I feel like today everything's going to be okay. It's just that you're either cleaning up somebody else's mess. I don't know if this is your family, but I feel like saying that you're trying to clean up other people's messes, and I feel like she just wanted you just to have your own space and your own time to mourn your loss, rather than making sure everybody else is okay, if that makes sense. And she's sending you a lot of love, a big hug and a big kiss. And I feel like she's talking about you being, the favorite or a favorite. But she talks about 6. I don't think you're one of 6 children, honestly. If you are, I don't remember you saying that. But perhaps he's talking about cousins, as well, that were there, that would total about 6 children. But she's sending you a lot of love. So let me get to Caitlin quickly before I sign off. She has the aunt who's a kindergarten teacher, and I'm not sure why, but you were able to acknowledge a lot of this stuff. So I feel like that there's a couple with me, and this is probably a grandmother and a grandfather that were very close. It almost gives you the feel of like 2 parents on the other side, but somehow I don't think both of your parents passed. At least I hope not. But if they have them, that they're together as well. I think one of the links with Bonnie and you is that you're creative as well. So I don't know if you do art. So this is going to Caitlin now. And the name Jan popped up. So I don't know if Janet, Janice, but a J-N name, Jan maybe, but a J-A-N, that pops up in my mind as well. So that if that's not her name, that could be who she's with or say hi to in the living. I feel like they credit you, Caitlin, for being very smart, and I feel like they're saying that you're a teacher also as well. I get also the image of like a doctor sort of scrubbing up before surgery. So you may have somebody in your life that had surgery recently or is about to. So if you understand that, your spirits are watching out to make sure that goes well, I want to say as well. One of her 6 grandchildren from Bonnie. So that's the number 6. So so very good. And cool. So I'm going to wait for Caitlin. See. Oh, they're also showing me horses. So I don't know if you or somebody close to you like either rode horses or had a horse. This feels more like that kind of a reference rather than somebody that bet on horses. But yeah. So back to Bonnie, because you were one of her 6 grandchildren. You showed me 6 grandchildren, and you're talking about you. Yeah, I don't want to say her favorite, but I think you and her really did have a special bond, and you're saying that's because you were an old soul, that you were very grown up, and more or less you're not really doing kind of the obnoxious type of stuff the younger children do, I want to say. So we just painted our room, and I work in the lab. And okay, my mistake. It's not surgery, but that's what she's showing, scrubbing hands. This is why, and all the other mediums that are developing, this is why we always share what we're getting, because we don't always interpret it correctly. But this is definitely for you. So I don't know if you had a little bit of a fall or a setback. I want to say emotionally, but I feel like the person that's coming through is not the type that coddles, because the feeling of like, you brush yourself off, get up and move forward. This may also be around work or issues like that. Because I feel like things are okay, or things are well, or going well, I want to say. And I feel like saying that you're loved, and there may be a situation where you're leaving, a couple of friends, or I mean, I don't know if it's a relationship, but I just get the image in my mind that I'm being shown of a couple of people that you're just sort of parting ways with, but there's new friends, new beginnings coming in, I want to say as well. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a second to see if that makes any sense. The number 11 comes up pretty prominently too. There may be a November connection, or the 11th day of the month. That's important, I want to say as well. And I feel like there's something that you're brushing up on. I don't know if it's something with your job, like new material, or that you're having to review, but something about brushing up on things, I want to say as well. Hit your head. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Well, I've had 6 concussions that I know about in my lifetime, and they're no fun, but I feel like that's your way of saying that you're okay, and you're going to be able to really get back into your activities. That hasn't happened already. So what other messages for Caitlin? I feel like he's talking about you being very honest. I'm seeing the image of a sword. Swords represent straightforwardness, directfulness, truthfulness as well. And I feel like there may be some ideas that you're manifesting. And I feel like he's talking about 4 years from now, roughly, that there may be like something that you're doing more on your own as far as like your work, like a practice or a business or something like that as well. And I feel like again, that they're for you. But it's interesting when I saw you about like kind of getting up, rushing off, and moving on. I had no idea she was mentioning that literally, that you actually had a concussion. She died on the 11th. All right. That I love those types of validations because because it's evidential, and it kind of validates the stuff that may be less tangible. And so she's brushing up on something. Okay. You're the person coming through is helping you with that. That's why she's talking about brushing up on it. You already know it. So basically, I feel like I'm going to start to wind down, and I see people are starting to leave anyway. So that's a sign that it's time. So the people that are still here, that made it to the end, thank you so much. If you're interested in learning about the archangels and the different archangels that are working for us doing this great change, go to my website, to the events page, atombetweentheworlds.com. And then you can /event and see my next 2 trainings that are coming up. And please come back. We do videos every Thursday. I'm really working on building community. This is my love and my passion. I started to start development circles locally, almost 20 years ago, with the goal of really creating conscious community. And now I'm doing YouTube to try to expand and grow that. So if you like what I'm doing, if you like my work, feel free to share with friends. Like and comment on videos, and thank you, because the Medium channel is your channel. It's not mine. I'm just facilitating it, but it's your channel, and I am interactive. I will look at your comments and everything. At least while it's not overwhelming. If I start to get like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I might have to modify that a little bit. But thank you very much. So I'm going to end the live stream now. And what's going to happen is the live chat's going to disappear. But if anybody would like to comment, and maybe you might have to come back. I don't know if the comment section is going to come right up or not. But if anybody wants to comment, then by all means, that helps people to find this and find the channel. So again, thank you very much. And thank you, Spirit, for all your help and blessings. We did it. I'm never going to pre-schedule this again. I'm just going to go live. I learned my lesson. So thank you very much. And I'm going to end the stream.